Hello, welcome to the first lesson of a series of guitar lesson videos. And in this lesson we'll be looking at some basic major chords. These chords are in what's called the caged system, and that they consist of the C major chord, the A major chord, G major, E major, and D major chord. These are in open position, which means here in the first 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, and they're in the standard tuning. These are some very basic chords that will let you play some elementary kind of songs, mostly based on chords as such. And yeah, let's start off. First, we'll be looking at the D major chord, which sounds as follows. There you go. That's the D major chord in open position, and it consists of second fret on the first string, right here. Second string, 3rd fret, and 3rd string, 2nd fret as well. And then an open string, open D string, so that's the 4th string. There you go. Now the way you want to hold this chord is by getting your 3 fingers out here, and your middle finger is going to be your middle finger is going to rest on the 2nd fret, 1st string right here, while your index finger rests on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and your 1st finger is on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. When you have this position, just hold down the strings firmly. Make sure that they all sound. They're not pressing down on any other strings, though you don't need to be. And then pluck with your right hand from the 4th string down. Only from the 4th string. That's the D string. And using a pick or your fingers, you can use your thumb. Just pluck down each string and make sure it actually makes a sound and you don't get any of these muted notes. You want a clear tone throughout each of the notes. That's the D chord in the caged system, and it's probably the second easiest chord, actually, following the A major chord, which I'm going to show right now, which consists of the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string played on the 2nd fret. So 2nd string held down here, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 2nd fret as well, and 4th string, 2nd fret as well. And you want to play this together with an open E string and an open A string as well. That's the 1st string and 5th string. Once again, make sure you're holding down each note clearly and it's not muted. And the way you want to hold this chord down is by placing your 3 fingers like so. 1st finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Middle finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And your index finger as 2nd string, 2nd fret as well. And then you want to make sure you're holding down onto these 3 strings only, not muting the 1st string here, the high E string, and not muting the A string above, so it doesn't sound like that, but you have clear tones. And then you have to pluck from the A string down without the low E string, but from the A string. An alternative way of holding this chord is just by using 1 finger and placing like this little bar chord down, and then not plucking the high E string as well, because you're going to be holding it down on the 2nd fret. That's just an alternative way. For now, I recommend you just use 3 fingers on that chord. So that's the A major chord and D major chord that we have down. Now we'll look at the E major chord, which is as follows. Where you pluck all the strings on the guitar, and it consists of the 5th string on the 2nd fret, 4th string on the 2nd fret, and 3rd string on the 1st fret. So for the 3rd string, or the G string, you want to hold your 1st finger down on the 1st fret, like so. And then for the 4th string, the D string, you want to hold down your index finger on the 2nd fret. And then for the last string, you want to hold down your middle finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, like so. That's a basic E major chord. And you want to pluck all the strings, so from the low E string to the high E string, with a pick or with your fingers. So now we have the D, the A major, and the A major chords down. What we have left is the G major and C major chords. And the G major chord is probably a bit more challenging than the C major chord, so we'll start with the C. And that includes plucking all the 5 of the 6 strings, starting on the A string. And the way you're going to be holding this chord down is 1st finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and then 4th string, middle finger, 2nd fret, and then lastly your index finger on the 3rd fret, 5th string. And then you pluck from the A string, that's the 5th string, down all the way through all the rest of the strings. So you don't want to be hitting this low E string, which I just did. So if you go through the chords again, you have the D major, the A major, the E major, and the C major chords. What we have left is the G major chord. That's the G right there. And to play this one, you're actually going to be using 4 fingers. Your pinky is going to be playing the 1st string on the 3rd fret. And this is probably the most challenging of the open chord positions, because you have to use that pinky. So as I said, pinky on the 3rd fret, then your index finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret as well. So you get that. And then your 1st finger on the A string, 2nd fret, right here. And then your middle finger on the low E string, 3rd fret. And you pluck all the strings from the low E to the high E. And make sure you leave the 3rd string and 4th string open, and that they're not muted, like so. So you have to raise all your fingers above the strings, so you're not pressing down on all of them. And just a firm press, and pluck through all the strings. So that's all. Those are all the chords of the caged system. And if we go through them in order this time, caged, C, A, G, E, and the D chord. So those are the 5 basic major chords that you can play in open position, and these are the types of chords you can be playing for most sort of campfire songs, as I call them. You know, have your American Pie. But learning songs is a whole different thing. For now, you just have the chords. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this first tutorial video.